The indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has criticized the traditional rulers in the southeast region who reported the youth to the Nigerian Navy for their refusal to sell land to the Fulani herders. According to the group, some monarchs and president generals of associations aided the arrest of youth who kicked against the sale of their lands to Fulani herdsmen in the region. He specifically demanded the release of the youth arrested and detained in Atani and other villages in Ogbaru in Anambra State. IPOB gave a 7-day ultimatum to the community and group leaders to facilitate the release of the youth. These were contained in a statement by IPOB spokesman Ima Powerful on Wednesday. The statement reads, "The attention of the global family of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, ably led by our infatigable leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has been drawn to the treacherous and abominable activities of some evil traditional rulers and president generals in Biafra land who report their youth to the Fulani-controlled Nigerian soldiers to kill them. We got reports of traditional rulers and president generals and youth leaders who terrorize youth in their community by tagging them IPOB members and ESN operatives. The only crime of the youth is standing up for their rights and resisting the sale of community land to Fulani herdsmen. It's an abomination for a traditional ruler and a president general in Biafra land to report youth in his community to terror-friendly Nigeria army just because he feels the youths are standing in his way to sell the community land to the Fulani herders. We therefore warn all such treacherous monarchs to retrace their steps or brace for the consequences of their evil actions. We want to sound it clear that henceforth, any traditional ruler that reports is subject to the Nigerian Army or Navy to torture them for opposing their plans to sell community land to Fulani herdsmen should get ready to answer to our ancestors. Such evil traitors are not worthy to live. How much more occupy the Ezeship stool in Biafra land? On this note, we demand the unconditional release of all the youth arrested by the Navy at Atani and other communities in Ogbaru, Anambra State. If after 7 days the arrested youth are not released, the treacherous traditional rulers who masterminded their ordeal should prepare to reap the fruits of their treachery." Okay, a lot of things are going on, and even if you are to blame IPOB, that you need to be careful, just like I said, you need to be careful about your utterances. If anything happens to them that you have not even done anything, they will not say it is you. They will come back and say, oh, you are not the one. And at the end of the day, you might want to look at it from another angle, that these people, maybe they are afraid, maybe they are being intimidated. You can't tell. But another thing again is that you can't trust anybody, because a lot of people now are just fighting for themselves. Selfishness, whatever they want to get, they can get it. Even if selling their own people, they can do it. So everything is we just have to touch everything holistically. Where some people need to be blamed, we talk about it. Where some people need to do adjustment, we talk about it. Where some people are doing evil to their people, all in the name of being the leadership, they are constituted authority traditionally, then you use that as an avenue to subject your people to pain, to penury. And I think a journalist was talking about how I don't blame the Northerners for supporting their own. That does not mean that because people are just supporting you, you support anything you see, you support evil. No, evil should not be supported. That is what we are talking about. But what is obtainable now in Nigeria is that what is good for the goose is good for the ganders. Since you cannot beat them, you join them. Ordinarily, that is not how it ought to be. But when you see people who are agitating, those who are coming out, who are protesting, who are speaking truth to the power, and some people, on the other hand, you don't want to see reasons with them. People are agitating, you don't want to see reason with them for what they are agitating for because of your selfish interest. What we talk about the IPOB, we talk about those who are agitating. The reason, you ask yourself, why are they agitating? Which they all know. But because some people feel that they are benefiting from all this whole saga, it does not concern them. In as much their family and themselves and their immediate families are okay, then every other person will be bound to the Philistine, which is not supposed to be. Of course, you cannot even rule this whole thing out because it's been happening. Most of all the traditional rulers, they are the ones selling land. But I don't know why they are thinking like that, because this is not the first time we are hearing this kind of a thing from the southeast. We started hearing it from south when a lot of people were from that area were blaming their monarchs because they are the ones selling land for them. Even in the southwest, it's happening. Just give them cows. Only, the rest is history. And when you see, because we have levels of monarchs, we have the first class monarchs, we have even the local one, the smaller ones. They are the ones who are even causing more problem, because they are the ones who are really custodians of those lands in those rural area. And that is area where these Fulani Herdsmen are always going to grab land to get these things, and they just give them little peanuts, and that is it, at the detriment of their own people. Even if you have not if you are not aware, were you not told, are you not conversant with history? You are the custodian of the law. You can't tell us you don't know history of this Fulani Herdsmen. So what are we talking about? Well, the intellectuals won't see the mindless atrocities going on in our lands now, aiding and abetting the terrorists in eliminating the youth. Any day the people rise up to give them a dose of their treacherous rewards, you all will be shouting. You start shouting until they start setting examples of these saboteurs. Other might not learn. IPOB are getting stronger every day. This kind of utterances and threats is what make Nigerians blame IPOB. If one of the traditional rulers is attacked tomorrow, IPOB will start denying. Same threat IPOB issue to violators of sit-at-home order. If violators is attacked, for God's sake, to whom the defaulting finger will be pointed at. That is what we are talking about. That is what we are talking about, because you need to be mindful of your utterances, because some people will use, that is what they are using against you. And a lot of people who are really seeing reasons why you are doing what you are doing, they will be handicapped. Because some days ago, Imam Powerful came out and said all those people who were attacked during the sit-at-home order, that it was not them. But the same Imam Powerful talked about how they are going to deal with this the violators of a sit-at-home order. So we need to be careful. We need to be careful. The indigenous people of Biafra, Wednesday, gave traditional rulers and president generals who allegedly masterminded the arrest and detention of its members in Ogbaru, Anambra State, 7 days ultimatum to release them. In a statement obtained by Vanguard, the group media and publicity secretary Imam Powerful warned that failure to comply will lead to something unimaginable. On this note, we demand the unconditional release of the youths arrested by Navy at Atani and other communities in Ogbaru. It is very unfortunate that our father fought against 1967 to 70. This present war warrant chiefs in our land is welcoming. May the reign of any traditional leader so is working with the oppressors against our people be cut short. So guys, let's hear your opinion and have your take on this. Thanks.